Today we're going to talk about the instruments,
the flute,
the saxophone,
the oboe.
And the topic we're going to talk about is instrument care.
First, we're going to start with flute maintenance. And what we're going to talk about first is your tuning rod. Now, what you do to check the tuning, you do this occasionally. You take the tuning rod and you put it in the head joint and you put it until it stops. And what you want to do is you're going to look inside the armature hole, and you should see a groove right there. And if it's lined up in the middle, then you're good. But if it's not, then you're going to want to get that fixed and get that checked out. Also, what you can do for flute maintenance is you want to sterilize the lip plate just so it's nice and clean when you're playing it, so you're not getting germs everywhere. And then also, what you can do on your other side of your tuning rod is for the cloth, and you just put it through here. And then you put it down the flute and you just clean it. And that is how you take care of a flute.
Now we're going to talk about cleaning the saxophone. You should clean the saxophone after every time that you play. You're going to need two different swabs. You're going to need a body swab, which is a thicker swab for the saxophone, which is when you put it in, you're going to have the weight on the string, and you stick it through the bell first, and then you tilt the saxophone over, and it'll come out. And then you pull the swab through, and you're going to want to do this 3 or 4 times just to make sure you get all the moisture out of the instrument. Next, you're going to have a smaller swab that you're going to stick through the head joint just to get any moisture out of it.
Lastly, we'll talk about how to clean your oboe. Well, you have to have a cloth with a string attached to it, and then you have to remove the upper joint from the lower joint of the oboe. Then you put the string into the bell and let it come out from the other side, and you just pull the string all the way through. Once out, you can probably clean this little edge right here, and just to make sure that gets cleaned pretty well. And then you go to the upper joint. Because the upper joint is smaller, the cloth won't be able to go through all the way. So you take the string and put it in through the side with the cork, and you just pull enough that it just gets snug in there. And then you take it out from the other side by pulling on the cloth. And then maybe you just want to wipe around the edges to make sure it's fine. And that's about it.